Hey booktube, it's Nektaria and I'm really glad to be here with my first booktube video. I've been trying to film my first booktube video for ages. I've been trying for the past 3 years and I'm just like deleting it every time. I don't believe in myself. I don't like how I look on camera. I don't know. I haven't done it. But I thought I'd do it in a very random and spontaneous time so I don't stop myself again. So this is me trying to know all of you. So we have 3 months to go to 2021, which I hope will be better than 2020 because oh my god, this year. And in those 3 months I'd like to get a lot of new releases and also a lot of backlist titles and a lot of dark, spooky, seasonal, autumnal reads since we're going through the month of October. But I also would like to reread a lot of my favorite books. And this is what I'm going to talk about today, the books I want to reread before the end of 2020. Now this is a very unrealistic reread TBR, but yeah, no, I can't hope I'll get to it because I won't get to it. I know I won't get to it. But the trouble is most of these books also have very strong autumnal vibes, which just makes me want to reread them even more bad, you know, I just want to reread them. So I might as well present them to you. You might also get some autumnal recs from this, you know, I don't know, you do whatever you want. I'm gonna show you my books, and you can take them, you can leave them, I don't know. Let's go with the first book I want to reread before the end of the year, which is a series of books. And it's a series of books that defined like my early teen years. It's a lot of people's childhood favorite. I didn't read it when I was a child, but I did read it when I was in my early teens, and I adored it. And that is no other than The Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. I love the series. I own all of it, but I thought I'd just pick up this one, because if I picked up 13 books, they'd fall all over me, and that wouldn't be a good sign. So, what I love about this, the vibe, the aesthetic, the writing, especially Lemony Snicket's writing. It's so good. Although like very sad things happen in this book, obviously it's called A Series of Unfortunate Events, obviously sad things will happen. It still brings me a lot of comfort and a lot of joy to read about Violet and Klaus and what was the little girl's name? I don't remember. Oh my god, I need to reread this. I really need to reread this. Oh my god. Oh, Sunny. Okay, her name is Sunny. Okay. I love them. I love to read about them. I love to go through their adventures with them. They just bring me so much happiness, and Lemony Snicket's writing style is just, you know, sad but like comforting at the same time. I don't know, I just really want to reread this. Maybe you've read this, maybe it's your childhood favorite. If it is, you understand me. I won't be able to get to 13 books till the end of the year, but you know, you can't crush my dreams, can you? Let's just hope. The next book I'm even more excited to reread, because if I do manage to reread it, it will be my 3rd year rereading my favorite series of all time. Yes, this is my favorite series of all time. This is it. Wait for me to pick them up. Wait for me. It's The Raven Cycle by Maggie Stiefvater. I'm just gonna pick up one. I love this series so much. It's my favorite fantasy. It's my favorite series of all time. It's my favorite everything. It's the air I breathe. It's my heart. It's my soul. It owns all of me. I love this. I love Maggie Stiefvater's lyrical writing. I just think it's very poetic. I love it. I love how the fantasy world is not like, it doesn't have those strict regulations of world building, but it doesn't have plot holes either. Like, it's great because you can just like dive into it and like get the aesthetic and the atmosphere of it without having to like memorize this means that and that goes there and that power does that. You know, it has energy fields and it has timelines and it has like magical mystical forts that exist or don't exist and move, and do they exist? I don't know. I love it. It's my favorite kind of fantasy, like this more relaxing fantasy that you can just kind of dive into and it feels like you're in a dream, which you are in the 2nd book. Oh my god. Yeah. Anyways, I love the plot, I love the fantasy element of it, but I also love characters, like they're my babies, they're my children. I'm pretty sure they're my favorite friendship in a book, the 5 of them, the 5 characters. I adore them. They have like such strong bonds between them, and I love how it focuses mostly on friendship and less on romance. There is like really good sips in this book. like 2 really great ships in this book, but its main focus is the friendship, and I just love that. I just love the vibe of it. It's very autumnal. I feel like the first 2 books are very autumnal, and then the last 2 books are more like spring, like you can read them early spring, maybe summer. They're great. They're great. You can read them whenever. Just read them whenever. If you haven't read them, just read them whenever. I love them. I want to reread them because they're my favorite. That's all. I just love them. Talking about Maggie Stiefvater, I also have here my copies of the Seaver trilogy, which are Greek copies. That's why you probably can't read them. I don't know where you're from and whether you can read Greek. And I read this before the Raven Cycle, and I really liked it when I read it, and I mostly want to reread it to see if I still like it, because I feel like I've grown a bit out of it. Like, I still like it, but the writing isn't as good as the Raven Cycle, I feel like, and I just want to reread it to see if I still like it, but like, it's not my top priority at the time, because I know I won't enjoy it as much as the other books in this video, so they're not top priority, but maybe I'll squeeze in some time. Okay, next I have a more unpopular book. No, it's very popular. It's just not YA or middle grade, so that's why I think it's more unpopular on booktube. And the book I want to talk about is Dan Brown, Angels and Demons, which I really want to reread this fall. Okay, so Dan Brown is a great author. He's written the Robert Langton series, which consists of 5 books, if I'm not mistaken. And they follow Robert Langton, which is this professor that, like, knows everything and, like, knows about symbols and knows what they mean. And that's why he gets called on missions when something bad happens, when someone gets murdered, to solve the mysteries. So it's like the perfect mix of mystery and adventure, but also like historical elements. And it doesn't just, you know, bring you the historical elements in a way that's like boring. It's not like reading history. It's like you read them through the plot and you get to understand things through the plot, and it's not like general history. It's like more specific things that have to do with a lot of conspiracy theories, like Angels and Demons. We understand the origin of the Illuminati, like what it's about, what it really is about, and we get the conflict of religion and science and pretty much bring it down to why they shouldn't be in a conflict, and we get the origins of that conflict, and it's very interesting. I've also read Code Da Vinci by Dan Brown, which is also really interesting. It talks about like Mary Magdalene, feminism, you know, in the church, in like Christianity. It's very interesting. You get how a lot of symbols you thought were like bad symbols or symbolize something actually symbolize something else, and it's very interesting. And that all gets tied up with the Bible. And anyways, these 2, Code Da Vinci and Angels and Demons, have a lot to do with religion, which is very interesting to get into it and see if what people think is actually what happened. Lastly, I have a very, very popular YA fantasy series. Okay, you all know it. 90% of you have read it. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. I read it quite recently, and I loved it as much as people told me I'd love it. And that is the Six of Crows duology by Leigh Bardugo. I don't know what happened to my Six of Crows copy. I don't know what happened to the letters on the cover. It was like on my bookshelf, right next to Crooked Kingdom, and Crooked Kingdom is just fun. So yeah, we don't know what happened here. Anyways, I love the fantasy element of it. I love how the plot is like going really fast, and it's like very agonizing, and like, oh my god, what are the characters doing? Are they gonna be okay? It's really exciting. But mostly I love the dynamics in the relationships between the characters. There are romances, but they're like subtle, and I feel they're presented very well. And I love the friendships among them. I love the ties between them. I just love it. I just love it. It gives me autumnal vibes. It gives me strong autumnal vibes. I've heard it gives other people strong autumnal vibes, so I'm not weird on this one. And I'd really love to reread it before the year ends, because I want to remember the quest that my favorite characters went on. So yeah, hopefully I'll get to that, but I probably won't. But either ways, it's okay, because reading isn't a chore. We do it when we feel like doing it. Anyways, that was my very ambitious TBR of books I want to reread. Until the year ends, which just won't happen. I know it won't happen, but I feel better talking about it and pretending it will happen. So yeah, I'm super excited to get to at least one of these books, like just one. And if you want to reread something before the year ends, I'd love if you let me know what you want to reread in the comments below. And, we can talk about that. You can suggest me something that has autumnal vibes. I can suggest you something that has autumnal vibes. We can bring that conversation down to the comment section. So, yeah, leave a comment. Let's talk about books. Let's talk about books. You can have a great day. I said it like, I allow you to have a great day. No, I meant you. Have a great day, that's what I meant. And we'll talk soon in another video where my English will hopefully be better and my hair will hopefully be, more in place, and where I hopefully will sound less awkward, but I can't promise that, and I don't think that will happen. But anyways, it was lovely to chat with you, and I'd love to do that again. So bye, have a great day.